What happens when two of WWE's most explosive and unpredictable legends decide to return on the very same night and unleash a level of chaos that not only shakes the arena, but also rattles the very foundation of the company? The result is nothing short of pure mayhem, the kind of shockwave that sends fans into a frenzy and forces every superstar backstage to reevaluate where they stand in this rapidly shifting battlefield. On this night, Brock Lesnar, the Beast incarnate, made his thunderous return by storming into SmackDown and delivering a vicious, calculated, and merciless assault on John Cena, a man who has stood across from him many times, but who on this night looked like prey caught in the jaws of a predator. Lesnar suplexed Cena with a brutality that seemed to come from years of pent-up fury before flattening him with a devastating F5 that left the 16-time champion gasping for breath on the canvas. But Brock wasn't done, because when he grabbed the microphone, he didn't just taunt Cena. He delivered a venomous declaration, snarling that Cena would never be finished with the Beast and pointing to Cody Rhodes at ringside with a bone-chilling warning that the American Nightmare was next in line for destruction. Just as the WWE Universe was still reeling from this ambush, the night spiraled into even deeper chaos when AJ Lee, the self-proclaimed Black Widow of WWE and the woman who has been absent from the squared circle for years, exploded back onto the scene in a way no one could have predicted. Sprinting from the crowd with fury in her eyes, AJ launched herself at Becky Lynch with a relentless barrage of fists, knees, and furious screams that echoed across the arena as she shouted that nobody disrespects her husband, directly tying her return to CM Punk and blurring the line between storyline and reality in the most dramatic way possible. The crowd erupted in stunned pandemonium. Becky was left shaken and battered, and the rest of the women's division suddenly realized that the hierarchy had been shattered by AJ's fiery and unpredictable return. This wasn't just another SmackDown, it was an eruption of war. A night where personal vendettas took precedence over titles, rankings, and storylines. A night where grudges that had been simmering beneath the surface exploded for all the world to see. Backstage reports confirm that both Lesnar's and AJ's returns were kept top secret, hidden even from the majority of the roster, which explains the genuine shock that spread through the locker room when the chaos unfolded. For John Cena, this brutal ambush from Lesnar isn't just another fight. It's a threat to his legacy, a reminder that no matter how high he climbs, the Beast is always lurking to drag him back into the war zone. For Cody Rhodes, the warning shot from Lesnar has thrown his future into uncertainty, because a battle with the Beast could derail his championship ambitions and test his resilience like never before. And for Becky Lynch, AJ Lee's shocking return is more than just a rivalry. It is a personal attack tied to CM Punk that has blurred kayfabe, ignited reality, and turned her war of words into a physical vendetta with consequences that could redefine the women's division entirely. This raises burning questions about the future. Could we be heading toward a blockbuster intergender tag team match where CM Punk and AJ Lee collide with Becky Lynch and a partner of her choosing? Could we see Brock Lesnar bulldoze through Cena and Cody in the same destructive path, leaving nothing but wreckage in his wake? And how does WWE plan to contain this chaos before it rips through every layer of its power structure? The truth is, this level of unpredictability is what makes WWE both thrilling and terrifying at the same time, because when Brock Lesnar and AJ Lee return on the same night, the usual rules no longer apply. The lines are erased, and anything becomes possible. This is why you need to smash that like button right now, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single twist in this escalating war. WWE is standing at the edge of a storm that could reshape its future forever, and your voice matters. Drop your comments below and tell us who won the night in your eyes. Was it Brock Lesnar with his beastly dominance and merciless assault on Cena? Or was it AJ Lee with her unhinged fury and shocking defense of CM Punk's honor? One thing is certain, this war is just beginning, and the fallout from this night of chaos will be felt for weeks, months, and maybe even years to come. What happens when two of WWE's most dangerous legends decide to return on the very same night and unleash carnage that blurs the lines between storyline, legacy, and personal vendetta? The answer is simple. SmackDown descends into absolute mayhem. The Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar made his earth-shattering return by storming the ring and brutalizing John Cena in a relentless assault that reminded the world why he is still one of the most feared competitors in the history of this business. And just when the audience thought the shock factor had peaked, the atmosphere flipped on its head as Lee exploded back onto the scene after years of silence, sprinting from the crowd and launching a furious attack on Becky Lynch with a ferocity that sent the entire women's division into panic. This was not just a scripted episode of WWE television. This was an eruption of raw personal warfare, a collision of old grudges and new rivalries, and it has left the WWE universe reeling, questioning how the company can possibly contain this level of chaos. Subscribe now because this is the kind of nuclear storytelling that takes over the entire wrestling landscape, and you don't want to miss a single second of what's coming next. Before we break down every jaw-dropping detail of this unforgettable night, make sure you're repping the icons themselves. Grab Brock Lesnar's Beast Incarnate gear, AJ Lee's Light It Up collection, and John Cena's Never Give Up merchandise to stand with your favorites as the war escalates. Links are down below, so show your support and let the world know where you stand in this battle. The night's intensity started when Brock's music hit, and the entire arena shook with anticipation. But the moment he stormed through the curtain, it was clear this was no ordinary return. He demolished Cena with suplexes and a thunderous F5 before grabbing the mic and roaring in Cena's face, "You thought you were finished with me, but you're never done with the Beast," before pivoting to Cody Rhodes with a chilling warning, "And you, pretty boy, you're next." The eruption hadn't even settled when AJ Lee shocked the wrestling world, leaping the barricade and pummeling Becky Lynch with a storm of strikes while screaming, "Nobody disrespects my husband," in a reference to CM Punk that blurred kayfabe and reality in ways that sent fans into a frenzy. The double ambush left the WWE locker room stunned, veterans and newcomers alike scrambling to understand what this meant for the company's future. Backstage reports reveal that both Lesnar's and AJ's returns were kept under wraps, creating genuine shockwaves through the roster, and if the intensity of these attacks is anything to go by, this is not the end. It's only the beginning. With Lesnar threatening to derail Cena's legacy and target Cody, and AJ Lee injecting herself directly into the Becky Lynch and CM Punk saga, WWE is now staring down the barrel of personal wars that could overshadow every championship storyline in the company. Could this lead to an intergen